the intermediate, and I'm going to be throwing in some advanced stuff today. So just make sure you take it at the right pace for you. I'm going to give all different levels of exercises, so just kind of be happy with what we're working on, all right? Let's bring our feet all the way together if they haven't already been, and just pull our shoulders up to our ears. Draw the shoulders backwards, and then glide your shoulder blades down your spine. We're going to set our center, okay? So again, we're not going to go through the centering every single time, because again, we're moving into the third week. But I do want you to do a little bit more work on your ribs. So just soften the ribs down slightly, so a little bit of a rib cage tuck in, and that should make your abs feel like they're kicking in a little bit harder already. We're going to turn our toes out, turn our heels out, bring our hands up onto our hips. Grab the shoulders, and we're going to warm up that lower back while doing our tilts. So we're doing a tilt forward and a tilt backwards. Okay, a tip forward and a tip backwards. A little closer. I really want you guys to be able to get that isolation of the little rocks forward and backwards, but without your chest moving, without your knees moving. Really just warming up that lower part of the back. Find what is your halfway position, kind of between the front and the back tilt. And then give your bum cheeks a little bit of a squeeze, okay? So you're working into those glutes a little bit harder already. And then you start doing some shoulder rolls. So you've got your neutral pelvis, your abs are engaged, okay? But your bum cheeks are squeezed. All right. Interlace the fins in front of you, turn the palms down. Drop the chin down to the chest, roll the shoulders forward and stretch the hands up to shoulder height. Look at the hands, whether it's shoulder height, and keep on looking as it's taken all the way above your head. Split the arms, big circle round, let's go again. Interlace the fingers, palms down, head down. Stretch the shoulder blades apart as you reach forward. Look up, keep on looking up. Now breathe in at the top, massive breath in. Breathe out on the circle on the way down. All right, two more. Breathe in, look down. Breathe out, look forward. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, circle down and around. Last one. Breathe in, reach down. Breathe out, reach forward. Breathe in, squeeze your bum as you look up. Breathe out, come down again. All right, little side stretch. So bend the knees a little bit, side stretch, and then reach up to the ceiling and breathe in and properly pull your shoulder blade up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out to stand up. Little mermaid stretch. Breathe in, bend the knees, reach up into that side bend. Breathe out to come up again. All right, two more. Breathing in to reach up, breathing out to come down. Breathing in to reach up, stay there guys, hold that, so knees are bent, side lean. We're going to hold that movement, but circle the arm. So take the arm down in front of you, reach it up to the ceiling. You're going to breathe out on the circle down and breathe in on the circle up. Two more, breathing out the circle down, breathing in on the circle up. So let the head follow the movement of that arm. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, stand up, shake it off. Straight into the second side. Bend the knees, reach up, hold for the breath in. Breathe out, look down, breathe in, look up. Let's try and get your breastbone moving with it as well. So the breastbone looks to the floor and the breastbone twists to the ceiling. Breastbone to the floor, big breath in, hold, stand ourselves up. Okay, fantastic. Straight into some knee bends. All right, so simple squats to begin with. We're going to do quite a lot of the legs as a warm-up, but also because we're moving a bit more into some advanced exercises. So stay at the bottom there. Quick assessment of your feet. So make sure you've got 50-50 weight distribution through those feet. A little bit more weight on the heels than there is on your toes. Pull the shoulders back. Lift that belly button up towards your spine, and let's start to pulse through your bum. So nice and simple. All right, turn your knees out slightly. So your knees are just turning out a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and hold it there. Lift one heel up off the floor. Really stretch through your toes. Put the heel down. Lift the other side again, stretching up and down. Let's go for a couple more on either side. Nice and simple, up and down. Stretching your toes. Fantastic. Let's give both heels off the floor. Hold the balance. Great. Squeeze your bum as you start to stand up. Lift the heels, lift the hands. Huge stretch, breathe in. All right, breathe out, come down again. Okay, hands on the hips. So last week we did an exercise called scooter. We're going to take it further today. So I'll go slide on to demo. Hands on hips. You've got to keep that lower back beautifully neutral. Okay, soften the knees, fold forward from the hip, little 45-degree angle, head reaching towards that ceiling. Put the weight onto one leg. Okay, so if you want to stick at the exercise we did last week, it is stretching the leg behind us and bringing it in again. Okay, if you want to take it a bit further, take the leg behind you and keep the leg stretched out. We're going to really lock out and tense that front thigh muscle, lift your belly button up, and then it's the leg lift up and leg lift down without changing that lower back position. So I know loads of you could probably go quite high with that leg kick, but actually you're only lifting it as high as you can keep that lower back beautifully kind of neutral. So let's do 2 more and we're going to test it. All right, now take your flat palm, put your flat palm onto your lower back. I want you to have a little feel about the muscles either side of your spine, all right? So if you do a little backwards tilt, so tucking your tailbone under, that tension should go away. So now do a couple more of those leg lifts. Can you keep it that your lower back muscles don't then start to lock up again? If you can, fab. If you can't, you've got to work with that and play with it. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, and then stand up. Good, okay, shake it off. That side that you're standing on should really be working out a little bit. All right, let's go. Soft knees, chest low. Again, if you're in scooter, just in and out. Just in and out. The rest of us, put the weight across to the other side. Stretch that leg behind us. Let's double check into that lower back position. Squeeze the glutes, and then we'll go for a little step. Nice and easy. Straight leg out behind you. Just working that glute right now. Okay, you're working the one that you're kicking out. You're also working the one that you're standing on into a little bit of endurance. Lift that belly button up, pull the shoulders back and down, reach the back of the neck forward. I know lots of you are looking at the laptop, but let's try to keep the chin tucked in slightly. 3, 2, 1, and then gently stand up again. Okay, fantastic. So the glutes should already start to be working hard. Let's get the upper body involved as well. So again, you don't have to put this extra level in, it's down to you. So check the feet at hip distance apart, bend the knees slightly, lower the chest down again. This time, hands are going to come up as well. So you want the hands to be in line or above your ears. Don't let them get lazy and start to creep forward. Okay, so let's put the weight across onto one leg, stretch the other leg out behind you, and now we're going to be doing one leg lift and the other arm come up and then down. One leg, other arm, and down. So you're not moving the chest. We're really trying to not move the opposite arm. As I'm looking at you all now, I really want to see no movement in your chest. It's simply one arm and the other leg. The arm that's not moving, take it higher. They're starting to get lazy, creep down. Fantastic. Good corrections. Let's go for 3 more. Normal breath and stand up. Nice work. Okay, again, let's go. Hip distance apart. Always got to triple check that start position. Beautifully tall before you begin, yes? Soft knees, chest down. Alrighty, arms up. Really take them just behind you if you can. Let's get the weight across onto the other leg. Slide that leg behind you. Imagine your fingertips and your toes are trying to be as far apart as you possibly can. Let's go, leg and arm. All right, some of you guys are bending that back knee. That's a no-no. Let's lock out that back leg into a straight line. That's better. So the movement's coming from the thigh. So thigh up, thigh down. Check the static arm. Let's lift it a little bit higher. Make sure it's not too lazy. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and then just rest it off. Fantastic. Okay, let's make sure that back's feeling good. 2 roll downs, real simple. Chin to chest. Roll the shoulders forward. Now drop down properly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Hold the bottom for a little cheeky breath in and breathe out to roll up. And properly again, restacking the vertebrae 1 at a time. Shoulders back, then head. Breath in, breathe out all the way down. Try to make the breath out last if you can. It's slowing it down, becoming a bit more in control. Breathe in at the bottom. And breathe out to come up again, real slow, real controlled, nice and simple, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna get the arms working now. If you've got some loop bands, where the hell are my loop bands? I've lost my own bands here. Lost my own bands. I literally lost my own bands. Okay, we'll ignore the fact that I can't find mine. You guys are going to put your loop band through your arms and above your elbow. I'll have to use my new ones, so they're a bit longer. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we've got our loop band through the arms. Okay, just below the elbow. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to pull very hard on these because these are leg dominant ones, they're quite stiff. Alrighty, hip distance apart feet, bring ourselves up, elbows bent. So we've got our elbows up at shoulder height. Okay, what you're going to do is as you breathe out, you're going to pull the arms wider. So the arms are going to go wider and then they're gently going to come in again. Okay, so we're starting off real simple. Okay, so little arm movement, so posterior shoulder muscles. Yeah, you're going to try and keep your chest really wide. I think I've actually picked my really hard one as well here. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, technical difficulties, you know. Breathing out to open, breathing in to come back. Now, if you don't have a band, you just take it to a stretch instead. So you take your hands really wide instead, and that's fine. So it's either going to be a bit of strength if you've got the band, but also if you don't have the band, let's get some mobility in there. Okay, that's easy, right? Hold your elbows up there. Now put the weight across onto one leg and just bring the other leg up into a little single leg tabletop. So I really want your thigh in line, knee in line with the hip. As you stretch the arms open, you're going to stretch the leg out in front of you and then bend the knee to bring it back again. So breathing out to stretch, breathing in to come back. All right, keep on going. I'm just going to breathe out to stretch, breathe in to come back. 5 more. Like properly take your time. So if you've got the band, work on the stretch. Nice, guys, real nice. Okay, don't hold the tension, right? Some of you are kind of holding the arms out there and it's shaking a little bit. Let's take just a short pause at the end, at the edge. Don't hold it for too long. All right, last one. Take it up to 8. Switch the legs over. Quite a lot of endurance on the arms now, guys. Keep on going and let's open up. Breathing out to open, breathing in to come back. 2. Lovely. Now, if you're going to do the leg extension, because remember you don't have to, I really want you to try to keep your knees up at hip height. It's easy to stretch and kind of drop the thigh. Let's work on the hamstring length. Really keep that thigh up, yeah? And that obviously makes it a lot harder on the hip, a lot harder on the quad. 1 more should take you to 8. And then completely rest yourselves down. Drop that band, shake it off. Okay, fantastic. A quick work on the shoulder now. Feet all the way together, touching feet. We're going to go to that dumb waiter start position, so elbows bent in. You're going to open up and close. So little level 1, okay? Some of you, again, shoulders in the room. So just stick to this if you want to. The rest of you, open the hands up, stretch the hands wide and turn the palms to the back of the room. Really getting a bit of a nerve stretch through there as well. Palms to the ceiling, elbows in, and back again. Great. Okay. Open, stretch, turn the palms, elbows in and close. Breathe out to open and breathe in to close. With a heel raise now. Breathe out to open. Keep going. Breathe in to close. Love it. Okay, good. Just checking something. Good. If feet together is too much of a wobble, just take your feet out to hip distance apart. Yeah, if you're falling over every time, just take the feet out a little bit, or alternatively, just do the legs or just do the arms. Let's go for 2 more. Let's finish off our warm-up. Big movements. Great, guys. Well done. Lovely. All right, last one. And rest yourself down. Okay, shake it off. Go to the edge of the mat so you're facing the length of it. We're going to go straight into an exercise quite wrist dominant. So let's work quickly on that. We'll do a quick stretch. So tuck your elbow into the side, palm to the ceiling, hold your fingertips and stretch back. So just a real quick wrist opener because I'm asking quite a lot of load here. Stretch out that arm as well. Same side, a little different stretch. Alrighty, other arm, elbow in, fingertips up, stretch it back, couple of seconds, and then again, wrists open. Nice, guys, nice, nice, nice. Okay, original side, palm to the floor. Hold on to the actual palm and then stretch the palms forward. So as a couple of people in here do quite long rides, long cycles, you should be doing this kind of before and after every ride, just to stop some of that kind of carpal tunnel squishing going on. Alrighty, other elbow, palm down, hold the hand, don't hold the fingers, hold the hand, and then stretch out, same thing. Okay, so your fingers, wrists should feel a little bit looser. Let's roll down to the floor and go onto our bums. All right, shoulders back, head nice and tall, chin to chest, roll the shoulders forward, sinking all the way down, hands and knees. Alrighty, sweep your legs round. Long leg sit. So we did a long leg sit at the end of last week, and I was saying it's really important to be able to get that tall bit through your back, yeah? If you're a bit stuck, you can't quite get that lower back forward, just sit on a block or a couple of cushions, that's not a problem. All right, our exercise is going to be a leg pull in supine. Hands are going to go just behind our bum. Okay, now most of you will want your hands at about a 10 to 2 position, but do you know what, like play with it. Think, you know, it might be your hands go all the way backwards. If you've got hypermobile elbows, you're quite bendy, just bend the elbows a little bit and that's where you go, okay? If you know your elbows lock out, don't lock them out in this exercise. It's quite a strength dominant one. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, squeeze your bum cheeks and float yourself up into a beautiful line. Your chin stays almost down, looking directly forward. And you're going to hold it there for a couple of breaths, nice and easy. Nice and gently lower down, but keep your chest high. Don't get kind of sunk down in between each one. All right, on a breath this time, breathe in, set the center, breathe out to lift, check those elbows are slightly bent, breathe in to hold, breathe out to lower. Breathe in, lift the chest, breathe out, lift into the movement, hold for the breath in, lower down on the breath out. Keep on going, please. If that is too much on your wrists, try and go onto your elbows, okay? You won't get as high, but it just takes some of the load away from your wrist. If you absolutely do not want to be on your arms, shoulder bridges. Just do some shoulder bridges, okay? So we're breathing out to lift, breathing in to hold, and breathing out to lower. We're going to do 2 more of those. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to hold, breathing out to lower. Last one, guys. We'll make it a little bit harder again next week, so let's make sure we're comfortable in it. And when you're done, you're going to lay yourself completely onto your back, okay? So pillow or cushion under your head to begin with. Alrighty, crook line, heels in close to your bum. Okay, so we can do a 1-leg stretch up to level 3. I'll just quickly demo level 1 and 2 with you. So long arms, wide collarbone, so really stretch through that collarbone and lengthen through the back of the neck. Quick check of that number spine. So backwards tilt, forwards tilt to the pelvis, backwards tilt, forwards tilt. So you're really just working in that lower back position. Find your halfway point. So you imagine you've got a really small little Malteser or something under your lower back. Don't squash the Malteser and also don't let it roll away. Keep it nice and snug. Level 1, 1-leg stretch is set in the center, getting your abs kicking in. Breathe out to slide 1 leg away. Breathe in, bring it back. Most of you, that's fine. Into single leg tabletop. This is level 2. Stretch to 45 degrees with the leg. Bring it back in again. Most of you, that should be fine. So here, press your breastbone right down into the floor. Still think about that small space under your lower back. Think about your Malteser. And then let's get that second leg up in the air. So when the second leg comes up, no movement in the torso, your back shouldn't wiggle around. So now we're going to alternate the leg stretch. So 1 leg stretch, level 3. You're going to breathe out to take 1 leg to 45 degrees and breathe in to bring it in. You're going to breathe out for the other leg and in And honestly, you're just literally going side to side. Let's do a quick check. Are the shoulders pulled back? Can you keep the bra strap, or where you would wear a heart rate monitor, kind of crushed into the floor? Equal load through your hips and a beautiful small space in that lower back. Yes, draw your belly button towards your spine. If you do this exercise really well, this should already be kind of kicking in your abs, kind of making that lower abdominal area quite tired. If you're strict, it will feel it there. If you're quite floppy, you won't feel it. Okay, 2 more. 1 more to each side. 1 leg stretch, level 3. All right, and then 1 leg down at a time. Again, when you rest, you shouldn't have this kind of big change in movement, because hopefully you've kept it strong anyway. Okay, block cushion away from under the head. We're going to go for an oblique prep. Again, we prepared this last week. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lift the elbows up just into your peripheral vision and really drop the shoulders down away from your ears. Okay, all we're going to do now is curl up with the chin to the chest and then twist to bring our shoulder across to our opposite hip, keeping the elbow nice and high, and then gently looking down and reversing it. So chin comes to the chest, then you straight away twist across the body, and then gently back down again. Okay, we're going to start rolling side to side, breath out to lift, breath in to lower. But let's really press your heels down into your mat. Okay, what we want is a bit of glute work here, so you're pressing the heels down. Now have a quick look at the legs, because as you go side to side, we really want your knees to stay completely still. It's really easy again to kind of swing left to right, but the legs also kind of move with it. If we can be really strict, it will be much better for the abs. Breathing out and breathing in. Let's go 1 more to each side and then have a quick rest down. Okay, so those 2 exercises we've done already. What we're going to do now is merge both of those 2 exercises together. So I'll show you the full level, and then I will go down and show you some variations if you need it. So hands back behind your head if they aren't already. Elbows lifted, shoulders down. Alrighty, single leg tabletop. Now thinking about that small gap under your lower back, press the rib cage into the floor and take the second leg up as well. You can do the upper body movement without the legs at all, but most of us, let's curl up to the left and stretch out the right leg 45 degrees, bring it back, head goes all the way down. Curl across to the right and the left leg stretches 45 degrees and then gently bring it back. So okay, breathing out to stretch, breathing in to return if you want to. If you're going to make it a little easier, just the upper body. Okay, so you're just going across, but still holding that double leg tabletop. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you just do 1 foot on the floor. So you're doing 1 leg stretch level 2 and your oblique prep. You can always just do the legs slide along the floor as well. Whichever level you're doing, I'd like you to do 4 more, please. Let me have a little shifty at some of you. Beautiful. Nice. Don't move the upper leg. Your upper legs are flip-flapping around. Don't move the other legs. Okay, after that 4th one, hug your knees into your chest. My drink. Nice work, guys. Okay. All right, we're going to go onto our side now, straight in. Okay, bands coming back. If someone actually moves, very good. Okay, let's tuck that band up. We're going to have it between our ankles this time. This is going to make it a lot harder. So if you want it easier, put it above your knees, but around your ankles today. Okay, underarm stretched out. Block or cushion in between your ear and your upper arm, and then stretch both legs out long. Okay, so you're already going to have the band around your feet here, and you're already going to have that top leg lifted to create that little bit of tension around that band. So our start position is the top leg already lifted. Okay, it's already going to be lifted a little bit. You can have two options to do with your hands. So easier, you can have your hand in front of you, fingertips only, and then pull that shoulder back and down. If you want to make it a little bit harder, bring your hand onto your hip. Okay, so we're going to do a little double leg lift to begin with. So what's going to happen is, keeping the tension around that band, both legs are going to come up off the floor, and then gently and really slowly lower back down again, but don't drop the top leg too far. So both legs come up, both legs gently come down. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Nice work, guys. Breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. Okay, keep on going. So we're really working both legs into a bit of endurance, plus that extra workload for the lift. Thinking about that waistline, guys, you're going to be lifting from the leg. So let's make that top leg longer. So as you lift it up, reach it down and away. And hopefully, if you reach the leg longer, you'll feel a lot more work in your hip. That's obviously what we're looking for today. Pull your belly button in. Pull that top shoulder away from your ears. And we'll do two more. 1 and 2. Fantastic. Now unhook that band. Get rid of it. Don't want it for a second, okay? I'm going to just draw some big old triangles now. So lift that leg up. And then you're going to take it quite high, but you're only going to take it until your waist starts to do the work. So as you lift, you're not Jane Fonda. I don't want your waist doing the work. Drop that toe down in front of you, straight knee. Lift the leg up again and drop that straight leg down behind you. So we're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. That's 2 reps. Let's keep on going. Drop it in front, drop it behind, 3 reps. Okay, lift and lower, 4. We're going to go for 8. Lift and up and down behind for 5. Let's keep on going. Now think about the length. Don't forget your abs connection. Yeah, we really want to get the abs kicking. That's what should be stabilizing your torso. Don't be too quick, because I really want that reach to become the kind of sole focus of that first bit of this movement. Alrighty, last one, up and down, forwards, then back, proper triangle, and then bend your knees in. You should be getting a right old burn in that top pocket. Give it a push out, say lactic acid. Yeah, massage it out of the way. Okay, we're going to prop ourselves up now. We're going to do a little side bend, okay? So a little side bend. I think I'm going to go to level 2 with most of you. But honestly, guys, drop to your elbow if you need to. But most of you, let's go hand up. Okay, so fingertips are going to be pointing away from you. Feet stacked, knees stacked. Lift the chest up away from the floor. So that's the key movement, all right? If you're too baggy, it's going to kill your shoulder. So lift up out of that chest area. Top left arm, lovely and long. Right, we're going to breathe in, set the center. Squeeze the bum, lift into a side bend. So your hips come up and slightly forward so your bum can work a bit harder. And then you're going to lower it down. Same thing. Don't drop the chest in between. Let's keep going. Breathe out to lift. Hold for a breath in, little endurance. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in, reset, lift the chest. Breathe out, lift. Now keep on going. And honestly, guys, if you don't want to put the breath in, you don't have to. It just sets a bit of a speed. And if you breathe out through the movement, your abs will work a little bit harder. Okay, so again, you don't have to put the breath in, but it is something that can be quite nice just to give you a little bit more abdominal work. Okay, let's go for 2 more, and we're going to stay up there on that second one. Alrighty, so if wrists are sore, you can go down onto your elbow if you need to. Last one, stay up there. Okay, stay up there, top leg. Let's reach it out away from us. Okay, just 5 leg lifts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely rest. Nice work. Okay, across to the other side. So again, if that's comfy, everyone that did well there will make it a little bit harder next week. So, hands back around your ankles, up top arm stretched, pillow in between your ear and your arm, hand in front if you want to, a little easier, or top hand up to make it a little bit harder. You've got that tension through the feet. Both legs lift, both legs lower. Nice and simple. Both legs lift, both legs lower. Keep on going. So a little breath if you want to. Yeah, breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. But generally, let's just get your abs kicking in. Let's make sure your tummy's working quite hard. Breathing out and breathing in. Let's get wide collarbones. Really pull that shoulder, top shoulder back. Get that belly button pulled right in towards your spine. So you're really working those abdominal muscles here. Really stabilizing through the abs. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice and easy. Gently. Good. Rest. Untuck that band. Both legs are staying straight. Lift the leg up, hip height, and then some. Tap the toe in front. Lift it. Tap the toe behind. So I really want you to almost create this kind of quite sharp peak. It's not a little round movement. It's a proper triangle. Lift and lower. You're going to get that nice peak of the triangle in between. That will just get that little extra glute work going if you can hit that peak. Fantastic. That's 6. Behind us. Front and back. 7. Front and back. 8. Front. Butt should be burning right about now. Don't bend those knees. Keep that top knee super sharp. Down and rest. Bend both those knees in. Well, so I can hopefully right on your bum right now. Fabulous. Side bend, it is level 2. If you want to, stick down on your elbow. The rest of us, hands out, fingertips pointing away. Turn the chest to face the front. Real snobby chest almost, yeah, proper posh chest opener. Stack the feet, stack the knees, long arm on top. Lift the rib cage away from the floor, crack those abs in, and up we go. Hold for a breath in. Breathe out to lower. Great, keep on going. So you're really working into the squeeze and down. So it's not just the core, it's the bum as well. So get your glutes working, lift and lower. Fantastic. Let's keep on going. 3 and down. 2 and down. Nice. Hold it at the top. Hold it up there. Squeeze your butt. Stretch that top leg out. Again, 5, 4, no movement in the arms. 3, 2, keep your hips up. 1, and proper gentle rest down. Nice work, guys. Okay, cross-legged in the middle. Nice. Okay. Rest off. Okay, if you've got the ball, use it. If you haven't, don't worry. Let's do a little stretch out. So if you're not happy with cross-legged, you can go V6. That's fine. Use the ball to help roll the body away, and we're going to stretch out in front of us. Okay, so dropping the chin right down. And it's a breastbone movement forward. If you are really, I'm super stiff, I can't sit, I'm nowhere near the floor, this is what you're going to do instead. Work your hands on your knees and press your breastbone horizontally forward. So if you think, oh, I just can't do this, there's no way I'm rolling into that stretch. That's fine. Different version for you guys. Hands on knees, press the breastbone forward. Again, kind of getting some range in those hips with a slightly different position. But let's do 2 more breath holds here. I really want to breath hold into it. Nice and easy. And then come back again. Cool, okay. So you're going to work on a little rotation now. Take it down a notch, okay? Take it down. Cross-legged, if your bum cheeks are unequal because you're really stiff, prop up your bottom. So, or just go low kneel. That's fine. If you're really, uncomfortable cross-legged. What we're going to do is we're going to take our hands up, elbow height, kind of tap onto our elbows, little Cossack arms, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then imagining from your breastbone, you're going to lift up to the ceiling and then twist. So just moving from the breastbone and then roll that breastbone back to the middle. Other side. Breathe out. Turn and breathe in to come back. This time I'm going to make you do the breath. So breathe out to turn. Breathe in to come back. Breathe out to turn. Breathe in to come back. All right, breathe out to turn, hold. Breathe in, get the breath going further. Breathe out, come back to the middle. Breathe in, set. Breathe out, turn. Breathe in, extra turn. Breathe out, return to the middle. Breathe in, set. 2 more. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, extra turn. Really use the rib cage. Come back to the middle. Breath in. And back. Okay, put one hand behind you. Other hand, cross it across the body onto the other knee. Lift the chest up. Really use your hands to help you get tall. And we're going to use those hands to twist you into a really big turn. You might get a couple of back pops here, lovely. Breathe out, use the hands to help pull you round. When you breathe in, lift the rib cage as high as it will go. Breathe out, get further. Do it one more time. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, use the hands, pull yourself further round. And rest. Very, 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 very gently back to the front. Okay, other hand behind you. Cross the hand over, hold onto the knee. Lift the chest before you begin, yeah? Breathe out to turn. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, pull yourself round. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, pull yourself round. Last one. And gently come back. Okay, fantastic. Let's go on to 4.0 now, guys. So we're going to revisit an exercise that we did week 1, which is leg pull in supine. Leg pull in prone. All right, 4.0. I'll do a quick setup. Make sure the wrists are under your shoulders. Make sure the fingertips are nice and wide. Lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. I bring your breastbone to come up another inch. So the breastbone lifts up another inch. Get the abs working. Lift the belly button away from the floor and press your toes into the floor. So tuck your toes under. Get as much of your foot on the floor as you can here. So our gentle movement to begin with is just our knee hover and gently down. That's it. Knee hover and gently down. Keep on going. If you don't want to be on your wrists, you can do this on your forearms, remember? So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. So we're going to keep on doing that. So that's our kind of level 1. We did this week 1. Hopefully you're happy with that movement. The extra bit we're going to put in, if you want to, is stay up at the top, guys. Bring one heel to your bum, put it down. Bring the other heel to your bum and put it down. And just alternate that. It's a slow bum flick. Keep on going, alternate sides. And your aim is to not move the hips, not move the other thigh. Keep your chest beautifully lifted. Keep the back of the neck beautifully long. And again, thinking about that tummy as a hammock, lift that belly button away from the floor. Really draw up towards the ceiling. They look great. Keep on going. A couple more, guys, if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower the knees back down again. Okay, so that's a little simple. Okay, now we're going to take the range a bit different. What we're going to do is I'll go this way to show you actually for the knee range. You're going to lift up into that knee hover, and then you're going to take a whole leg out and then prop it back down again. A whole leg out and back down again. But we're not going to twist the back. It's just the leg. Let's go. If you haven't already started, 4.0, toes tucked under. Engage the abs, lift the breastbone. Float the knees. One leg out and in. The other leg out and in. Keep on going. If you don't want to do such a high level, you can keep your legs on the floor, knees on the floor, and do the same rotation. Lift the leg up. Bit like a dog peeing somewhere, peeing up a wall. Do one more to each side. And then lower yourself down all the way to that proper child pose, rest, stretch position. Drop all the way down. Proper rest when you're there. All right, nice work, guys, good. Walk your hands across to one side. Walk the opposite hand forward. So if you're walking your hands to the left, walk the right hand forward and vice versa. Press your right palm, or the hand you've reached in front, right into the floor, and try to get that same side armpit to the floor as well. Get a big old stretch through your side, and then walk the hands across through the centre to the other side. All right, walk that one hand forward a couple more inches, and then drop that shoulder, drop that armpit, and press that palm into the floor. Get that big old stretch through that whole side. Walk yourself back. Okay, we're going to continue that mobility flow with a little cobra, so all the way down. Okay, some of you may have done cobras before in yoga. This is not one of those, okay? I'm going to protect your lower back effectively. Take your feet out slightly wider than your mat, and then have your ankles kind of rolled inwards. So your ankle bones, your heels are rolled inwards slightly. Good, okay. We're going to go out little 90-degree arms, okay? So we've got our upper arms in line with each other, 90-degree elbows, 90-degree elbows, head down to the floor. Okay, Pilates cobra, shoulders back. You're going to float the breastbone off the floor. Imagine curling through the upper back as you straighten the elbows. The difference between this and a yoga cobra is I now want you to do a backwards tilt of the pelvis and lift the rib cage away from the floor. You should feel a big old ab kick in there. So you're shortening the distance between your ribs and your pubic bone. Let's reverse it. Drop the pubic bone, then drop the ribs as you bend the elbows. Unroll one vertebrae at a time. Let's go again. Breathe in, breathe out to lift. Lift the breastbone, straighten the elbows, then backwards tilt, squeeze your bum and tuck the rib cage up to the ceiling. You should really feel that kind of ab kick in at the front. Hold it, a couple of breaths. Make sure it's nice and easy. Gently down. Again, one at a time. Nice, easy roll. Breathe in. Let's do two more. Breathe out to lift. Straighten the elbows. Up and come. Squeeze the bum. Tuck the ribs down. Hold for the breath in now. Breathe out lower. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to lower. Okay, fantastic. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up. Bring the knees in. Okay, we're going to come up into a high kneel position. We're going to do a little exercise now, which is big quad stretch, big abs work. Okay, so 2 levels. A slightly easier level for you guys. Cross your hands over yourself. Keep the back straight and just lower the bum down towards your heels and then squeeze the bum and come up again. Okay, what you'll notice is I'm not leaning forward, I'm not leaning back. My upper body stays lovely and tall, down and squeeze the bum up. There's your level 1, okay, level 2. Squeeze your bum. Your ribs have got to stay tucked in and you lean the whole body back. Shoulder to knee stays in a straight line. You'll get a quad stretch. Bring it back. There's your quad workout. Breathe out. Roll back. Breathe in. Come up. Now you're going to keep on going. Now the big thing that will happen, my guys, is that you will start to lean backwards. I don't want you to lean back from the back. This is a big old thigh movement. So thighs go back, thighs come forward. Okay, keep on going. At the top of the next one, just stay there. We're going to put one extra tuck in. So backwards tilt your pelvis. So tuck your tailbone under, squeeze the bum cheeks more, and now do it again. You will get a lot more stretch through those quads and therefore a lot more work in your abs. So tuck your tailbone under, backwards tilt. Really tuck the tail between those legs. Naughty dog style. Down you go. 3, 2, and a big stretch. It's hard work. It should be hard work. 1, and again, nice, easy sit down. Good. Nice stretch through the quads. Fantastic. Okay, we'll do a little quick stretch here before we go into standing towards our cool down. So a glute stretch. 4-point kneel. It's like the pigeon pose in yoga. So tuck one knee up and fold it underneath the body, straightening out the under leg. Okay, so you're straightening out the under leg. Now, what can happen in the upper body now? This is up to you. I don't care how it looks. Wiggle your bum around a little bit, and you will feel the point where you're like, yeah, that's really deep, it's really intense. If you can kind of chat and your face is still very pretty, you're not pushing hard enough. I want you to have a proper grimace. Yeah, this is not an attractive facial expression stretch. This should be something that makes you pretty ugly as you're doing it. Hold it for 1 more breath in and breath out. And then slide that back leg in again. Okay, switch the legs over, same drill. Tuck the leg, stretch it behind you. If you cannot do this stretch, you're unhappy, your knees maybe don't like it, you are going to do a lay on your back glute stretch, a pretty standard glute stretch. If you don't want to be doing that pigeon pose, obviously, it's entirely up to you. Okay, breathe in, unfold yourself, 4-point kneel. Let's come up, high kneel 1 more time. 2 stretches here. Hold 1 foot behind yourself, pull it up. Okay, simple quad stretch. Yes, simple, done it before, but put in your backwards tilt. So the tucking the tailbone under. Tucking the tailbone under should really increase that stretch and obviously make it a lot more worthwhile. If you're unhappy on both knees, you can stand up and do this again, just a standard kind of standing quad stretch. Other side. Okay, get the stretch first of all, then put the big backwards tilt in as well. So really tucking the tailbone under. Squeeze both bum cheeks together. Maybe push the hips forward an inch, nothing more than an inch, because then you lower back and start to do something. Hold it for 1 more slow breath in, 1 more slow breath out. Lower that leg down gently. Just stretch one leg out in front of you. Little balanced version of a hamstring stretch. If you can, have your foot flat to the floor. If you've got stiff ankles, you might want to maybe prop something under your toes. But generally, tall body, like really guys, get a little bit taller. And from the hip, hinge forward like a few inches. When you get there, forward tilt of the pelvis. So you're arching your lower back, lifting your tailbone up to the ceiling. And again, that should just give you a super hamstring stretch without being anything crazy. You don't need to be all on the floor. It's irrelevant. It's not a good hamstring stretch. It might look great, but you know, no one's going to give you any kind of any medals for that. Let's ease up, switch the knees over. All before we begin, then we fold forward from the hip, then we lift the tailbone up, tuck, yeah, lift the tailbone forwards, tilt the pelvis, couple more, breath in and breath out. Nice little cheeky stretch. Okay, back, tuck your toes under, hands down, sit back, lift your bum up, rock the weight back, lift your toes off the floor. Start to roll up all the way to the ceiling, that's standing, with your toes still off the floor. Shoulders back, head up last. Okay, rest yourself down. All right, come into a little bit more centralized position if you need to. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a balance element here now. No, nothing too dramatic. Again, I want to take it a little bit further as we go. So we're going to start off in that single leg tabletop we were in earlier. So you're just taking one leg up, single leg tabletop. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let that leg tuck through and behind us, stretch it out. As you lower the chest forward, it's basically a little arabesque position. Hands come up and in front of you. So we're going to be trying to be basically like a capital T. So as low as we can go in the chest, yeah? Reach forward, Now toes reach away and hands reach away. Really, really, really reach those hands and feet away from each other. Breathe in. Now keep the hands up as you sweep that leg through and bring it back up to the ceiling. Hold it there. Breathe in. Down we go again. Tuck the leg through. Stretch. Really hold that reach. Breathe in. And then nice, gentle, come back through again. Now, in terms of ranges, guys, you just go as far as you want to. If your hands have had enough, fold your hands across the chest. So as you go into the next stretch, you're just keeping yourself, you know, your arms are rested. Or a little bit easier, maybe hands on your hips. Okay, so one more on this side. So it should be kind of 4 or 5 movements. Lift, finish in that lovely high knee, beautifully tall. Put the foot down. Let's go to the other side. Arms, if you want them, lift. Again, either side of your arms and stretch. Lower down. Capital T, if we can. Reach up and through. High knee, very high chest. Breathe out through the movement. If you want to put the breath in, you don't have to, but just keep the speed slow. And keep that control. Breathing out. Breathing in. I'm wobbling all over the place. I must remember I had a baby 3 months ago. I'm probably loud. Don't judge me. Don't judge me today. I'm like a blooming wobble board. Last one. Finish with a high knee. Finish with a high chest. Rest yourself down. Okay, fantastic. We're going to work the legs last little bit before we completely do a cool down to finish. Step forward with one leg, step back with the other. So you can literally put these into some nice gentle lunges if you want to. So easy, just lower and lift. Real simple. To make it a little bit harder on the back for stretch purposes, take the hands up. Let's interlace those fingers behind the head. Elbows wide. So that's going to throw the chest forward. You've got to work a bit harder, tuck the rib cage in, work the abs a bit more. So just lift and lower, real gentle. There's our easy version. Okay, what you're going to do, harder version is pulse. So down half, up half, down half, up half. Now we can keep on going, but this is what we're going to do. Elbows are going to go wide, long back of the neck. You're going to draw that belly button in towards your chest. Push that back heel backwards even more. Get a little calf stretch while you're working. Breath in and out, 2 more. Obviously, all the way up if you need to rest and stop. Arms down, step the back leg in, step the front foot forward. Put the legs over, step, step. No hands is easier. Hands up to the ceiling, interlace behind the head, slightly harder. Elbows wide. All the way down and all the way up, slightly easier. The rest of us, let's start going through that half range. So we're half up, half down. Open the chest, elbows go wide. Use the hands behind the head to almost pull the head up to the ceiling a little bit more. Draw the belly button in, tuck the rib cage down. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Arms down. Step in, fantastic, okay. All the way back to the middle. Feet hip distance apart, so take them out from that nice stretch position. Rest everything off for a second. Let's cool down that spine. Shoulder roll, one shoulder up to your ear. Side bend into that side, stroke down the outside of the leg. Swing to the middle. Roll up in a straight line, squeeze the bum, peel yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Other side, shoulder, side lean, stroke down the outside of the leg, swing to the middle, roll up, squeezing your bum in that straight line. 1 more of those to simple each side. Stretch, swing. Really try to restack the vertebrae, guys. Yeah, so it's properly 1 vertebrae at a time. Stay as curved as you can for as long as you can. Really keep the chin tucked in. This time, hands float too, all the way up. Breathe in, heel lift, reach. Hands come down and circle. Another shoulder roll, another side lean, another stroke, swing and restack. As the hands start to come up, so does the head, so does the heels, all the way up. Breath in, hold. Breath out, circle the arms and heels down, opposite shoulder, opposite side lean, stroke down the outside, swing to the middle, and then again that lovely simple roll up. Hands wide, all the way up, interlace the fingers down for a little corkscrew. Okay, rest the shoulders there. Take the elbows back and wide as you breathe in, and then rest the elbows forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Little butterfly wings, yeah? Breathing in and breathing out. Last one. Relax the belly, breathing in and breathing out. Hands up to the ceiling, shrug, both shoulders up, both shoulders down. Both shoulders up and down. Keep the elbows straight, please. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. A little bit taller. Breathing in, shoulders down, turn the palms away from each other. Stretch the hands behind you and start that circle down. Beautiful. Okay. Relax for a sec. Look at the feet. Are they running parallel with each other? Lift those inner arches of your feet up a little bit. Tense your thigh muscles and then relax them off. Let your kneecaps go really baggy. Squeeze your bum cheeks together, 30% max. Engage those abdominals, 30% max. Lift the pelvic floor up towards your belly button. Widen the collarbones. Glide the shoulder blades in towards your back pockets. And then lengthen the back of the neck. Bringing your chin in like a little quarter chin, not quite a double chin, but it still doesn't look very pretty. Slowly breathe in, trying to open the rib cage up like an accordion. Breathe out, zip that belly up, and done. All right, guys, thank you so much. Well done, well done.